Important occasion to celebrate the many years of service of Mayor Sugimoto. Ladies and gentlemen, I didn't work a long time with Mayor Sugimoto, but having moved in as the mayor after him, I have to say that he left a really a well-balanced ship. He did some interesting things for the city that very often were not well recognized from the outside. He managed the slag fund. That was certainly one of the items that he used for the benefit of the city in different ways. But I think the legacy that I really recognized right away, because we worked on the official community plan, was how the mayor was so effective in dedicating the purchase of land along the waterfronts. The city had a mandate to do that, and he ensured that anything that came up was quickly looked at, and if it was a good deal, it was picked up by the city. And I think we all appreciate the legacy that he left in terms of a land bank that belonged to the citizens of Grand Forks. It pleases me today to welcome Donald Sugimoto, who will...
On behalf of Dad and the rest of the Sugimoto family, Susan and Larry are over there. My wife Dorothy is over there. Myself and my uncle Min and his wife Kay were over there. Yep. And my aunts that are in Toronto, Sumi, Faye, and Kay, we would like to thank the city of Grand Forks for naming this park in Dad's honor. Dad once joked about having his ashes spread over Observation Mountain so he could keep an eye on the city. And he loved the city very much, and this park will give him a continued presence in Grand Forks. We thank you very much for this tribute to Dad. I'm not the public speaker he was, so...
I'd invite Bill Faminoff to say a word or two. Bill was a councillor with Mayor Sugimoto for a considerable length of time.
The Sugimoto and our family go back many, many, many years. I met Sugi when he was very active in vegetable, seed growing, and packing house business, and our family had a heavy-duty repair shop here in Grand Forks. Sugi also had the international dealership in this area. That's where I got to work for him. Our relationship was always cordial and very professional. There was never any hesitation to account current, to keep the account current, and if he was not satisfied required clarification, he made the really active point on that. Our relationship grew as time progressed, and our family and his families were very close. When I was with Pacific Anaconda Insulation Factory, and also the city councillor, on one of my trips to Asia and Australia, I had the pleasure to spend a few days with the Sugimotos in Hawaii. There were many financial, political discussions, with ample sunshine like we have here, and quite a few beverages. The mayor issue would always come up, and I felt very strongly that Sugi should run for mayor. He would always decline, but not too vehemently. I knew there was a little bit of a feeling there. On my return from the trip back to City Council, and City Council had a major upset. The current mayor resigned and created a by-election. Naturally, we as councillors and I approached Sugi to cover the year and a half that was remaining on the term. And Sugi agreed, but just for 1.5 years. As far as the tenure goes, the rest is history. After 19 years being his worship, one of Sugi's major accomplishments was the slag fund. He was a champion of the cause. Sugi wanted the principle of the fund frozen, and only interest would be spent on capital expenditures. Council and Sugi agreed for funding for the new fire hall, the city works yard, and the purchase and renovation of the federal post office to become the new city hall. That used to be federal, now it's the city hall. My tenure of 3.5 years as councillor and as the regional district representative under Sugi's stewardship was the most rewarding learning experience for me in the municipal governmental system. Sugi was always committed to the people of Grand Forks and stressed that to all the councillors. Sugi prided to be an astute and caring businessman, and he ran the city with the same enthusiasm as our current mayor knows. Sugi, from our family, you'll be well remembered by much how much you cared for your personal, professional, and political mandates, and how you managed to keep all involved individuals working together to accomplish what you thought was the best for the city of Grand Forks. We will miss you dearly, our friends. And we'll always remember you as a wonderful person who would go out of his way to help others. We will also miss your dry wit and great sense of humor, especially when Liz and I would spend many of the evenings together. Trusting you had a peaceful voyage, and greetings to family.
Ladies and gentlemen, the park dedication is the next item. This is some of the idea from an artistic standpoint, what it's going to look like in future. As you can see, we're starting with the bridge, but the vision is that we'll develop and change this area and give it that Chinese-Japanese garden look. Thank you very much, and now we'll dedicate the park. I so dedicate this park, Mayor Sugimoto.